EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here we go. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football.
Here we go.
So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow, he'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returnable for Grant. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. And they'll run the option to start the drive. The quick feet by Jackson, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Zero surprise to see Mark Andrews receive a pass and pick up a 1st down right there. Not only is he one of the best tight ends in the league, he's one of the best overall players in the entire NFL. Set Baltimore Ravens franchise records last season for catches and yards in a single year.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in the game.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Seventh play of the drive upcoming going here on 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing right, and that's complete. That in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of the team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there.
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, I think we've got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on first down, but they came right back on 2nd down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a first down.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1 yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, and he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Jackson's going to try the sneak, trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The last series form a little disappointing. Forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
The best offensive lines I know, they hang together and they don't really make a distinction. The right side of this offensive line, they may ask for a raise after that one because without them, that first down doesn't happen.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Adelphi Owe showed up the pass rush skills. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another in here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
On one, right?
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll give it to Mixon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3rd and goal, Burrow. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. McPherson's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
This goes out wide for Mixon. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken in at the 22. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Here's Burrow. This is intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. On first and 10, it's Dobbins down to about the 37. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Slot man moves right.
No, we changed it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
11 yards there, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. Tucker's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an out?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Burrow will throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the interception, here's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Forward.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do just make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Here we go.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And Burrow going to throw again. He completes it to Boyd. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
This will be caught at about the 5. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment, because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' 1st down. Up the middle, here's Edwards. Pushes him over and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They run once more with Edwards. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be...
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are